Hello there, this is Nicole M. Louie, the Social Worker Strategy Mentor. Today I am going to be talking to you about the people that you should avoid if you're planning on becoming independent. So if this is a topic that is of interest to you, stick around. The reason why I'm doing this topic is because when you're independent, you're essentially running a business. You're running a business in a very unconventional way, in a very different way. If you want it to be sustainable and be a success, and for it to be done in a way where, you're not going to be jumping through hoops, where you're not going to be working just as hard, if not harder, than you were in local authority, then there's a particular way you have to create it. And to do that, you are going to need to avoid certain people and be clear about who you have around you that can support you on that journey. This is crucial. You've heard that your network is your net worth, and that is very true. And those people that are around you can also determine your success, not just your net worth, but actually determine your success. Because the people that are closest to us are the people that we listen to, that we respect, that we admire, and that we actually take a lot of advice from. And so the people that are immediately around us have got to be people that have got a particular way of being, and are particular people if we are actually going to be successful in the work that we are doing. So I want to encourage you that if this is a topic that you are interested in, stick around, tag a social worker that you know. And as always, if you want help and assistance on your journey to independence, DM me the word launcher and we can jump on a call and get started. So I'm going to launch straight into it. There are kind of 3 things that I want you to really bear in mind when you are thinking about the people around you. And this is like a no judgment. This is not being unkind or horrible about the people around you. It's really just been very honest and clear and evaluating who are the people that you need, in your corner, that you need to be dialoguing with every day. And soaking up inspiration from, and who also soaks from you. So this is really important. So first and foremost, people that have got kind of a lack mentality, people that are, and by that I mean, you might have heard this phrase before, but a lack mentality is really somebody who's very pessimistic. They never have they never see beyond what they can see, right? Somebody that is just very, if you have got an idea, they might caution you to not go forward with it, or they might caution you to play it safe. And there's one thing in business is that you take risks. Calculated risks, albeit, but you do take risks. And as social workers, we understand about taking risks, right? We know what that means to take risks, but we're taking a different kind of risk here. And I say that because we may think that we don't really deal with risk, outside of like safeguarding for ourselves, but we do, because when we put plans together, we are managing risk, aren't we? And sometimes we have to test the risk when we are working with families to see what's going to happen. And we do twin planning so that we have a safety net, and so that things are in place, so that things don't kind of fall apart and go pear-shaped and become a disaster. So we understand what it means to take risks, but we don't always apply it to our own life. And we have to be able to take some risks and make sure that they're calculated and strategic to move forward and progress in life. And I think we don't realize how much risk we actually take in our own lives, because we don't see it as risk. We don't term it as that, but they are actually risks. And so you want to have people around you that don't have that kind of lack mentality, somebody who's not afraid to try new things, and somebody who's not always thinking the worst is going to happen, or that, but what if this doesn't happen? Always in your mind, you've got to be thinking, okay, but what if it does happen? What's on the other side? And that's when you start to weigh up the costs. My elder at church always reminds me that in the book of Luke, in the Bible, what we are supposed to do is weigh up the cost of everything that we are going to go and do and go forward and do. So that's not just the financial cost, it's about the emotional costs, it's about the practical costs, and look at what it can be gained. And sometimes I don't think we focus on that enough. And sometimes the people around us can steer us away from things because they're also not focused on that, because they have a very lack mentality. They have mentality that things don't work out, or that you're going to be the person that it's going to turn out the worst for, so they'll discourage you. So that's one kind of person you really want to avoid as you are making this journey to independence. The other is and it kind of links in, somebody that doesn't really have a vision or dreams very small. Like, your dreams are supposed to scare you a little bit, like your goals. But I'm using the term dreams because things, sometimes when we think about things, they can feel so far out of reach. But you have to be able to dream big. You have to be able to have in your foresight things that you want to obtain that might seem unobtainable. There's nothing wrong with that. People say, oh, but you've got to be realistic. No, you can absolutely be what seems to be unrealistic, but understand that there might be a long journey to get there. There's going to be some drastic changes. And again, this is not something that isn't possible. That people experience all sorts of things in life where their whole life changes around, and they have to make drastic changes almost overnight because of maybe an illness that they've contracted, or somebody who's died and their way of living has to change. They don't have a choice, and they manage to do it, and they never thought that they would or that they could. I've also heard about people, I remember reading something about a lady that I think she had gone through a divorce or something like that, and she just wanted a change in life, and she upped and went to, I think it was Thailand, and went to live there and changed her whole life around after doing some traveling for about a year. And if I remember rightly, she had a child as well. And so that was something that was just a whole life change, like a 180, which she didn't anticipate or plan, but it happened. And so sometimes you can't envisage yourself doing something different, or being in a very different space, and the feel of what life is like and what it is like being in your own skin. And you have to be able to dream big, and you want people around you that dreams like that and thinks like that, because you're going to take encouragement, inspiration from them, and you're also going to feed that, because people pull from you, right? And you pull from them, and you get to realize what's possible through spending time with these people. And so it's important that you have people that are dreamers and that has a vision. People that don't have a vision, that aren't dreaming big, they dream very small and play it just safe, and it's so achievable that anyone could do it. You want to be able to dream so big, so that when you're shooting for Orion's belt and you get to maybe outer space, you've got very far, right? So that's really important. And then the last one is the people that you don't want to have around you, people that have not accomplished much, or the things that they set out to do in life. Right. So it's a big telltale sign, again, for people that have a lack mentality, or no vision, or very small dreamers, where they don't accomplish things really in their life. They don't go forward and make a mark in the areas that they want to make in their own life. And so they're going to be hard pressed to be able to support you in doing yours and being able to make your mark if they haven't done it for themselves. And that could be in anything. It could be that, they decided to change careers, or they had a dream or plan to create or start something like a charity, or anything that was a dream for them that felt out of reach, or something that they had aspired to do maybe for years, and they've actually stuck to it and kept it alive and actually done it. Those are the people you want around you. You don't want people that have not accomplished things, or that have not reached their goals, or somebody that keeps failing at their goals. These are not going to be great people to have around. And why this is important, because these people with the lack mentality, no vision, small dreamers, not accomplished much, are people that will actually hold you back. They will stop you from moving forward in your journey. And that can be very subconscious, and it can be done in a way where it rubs off on you, is what I mean. It rubs off on you. And so you've got to really be mindful about those individuals and who you have around you. The people that I know I have around me, and the people that are my mentees, and what I teach them on the program is how to create a network in their personal life and professionally of specific people that are cheerleaders, people that are visionaries, people that are great with numbers, and other people that they're going to need in their network. And I show them how to identify those people, and what to even say to those people to get them on board with their own dreams and to help them along. So I hope that this was helpful in terms of thinking about the people, taking an appraisal of the people that you have around you. And I want you to also do a gut check and see, am I this person? Are you this person who has a lack mentality, who dreams small or has no vision at all, and has not really been accomplishing your goals and what you set out to be? You have to be the person that you also want and need, right, in your life. So this is also an opportunity for you to do a gut check and see where you are and how can you start changing those things if you're not quite there, right? And so I'd love to know your thoughts. If you're in the comments, do share some ideas that you may have about what you can, where you are on that journey. And if you have people like this around you, and what you're going to do about it. And so I'd love to know, share in the comments. And again, if you'd like support and assistance on your journey to independence and understanding how to get the right people around you, then DM me the word launcher and let's have a conversation. So I will speak to you very soon. It's my birthday on Sunday, but I will still be going live. So I will see you at 6 on Sunday. Take care for now.